Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So today in this video, I'm going to show you some very interesting scenario unfolding right now for Bitcoin and also for Ethereum, because if you monitor the price movement of both for Ether and also for Bitcoin, you can see the price looks pretty shaky and we want to know what exactly could be playing out next for both of them. So this video is definitely going to be a very important video if you are holding Bitcoin or Ethereum. So guys, and also before I dive into the content, I would really appreciate if you could just take 1 second or 2 seconds of your time and smash the like button. And also for those individuals watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So now let's look into the price action of Bitcoin starting in a daily time frame. If we look at this price structure here in a daily time frame, you can see guys, we had a really nice impulsive move. After this impulsive move, we saw some corrective move ended, formed another impulsive move, and right now this price pullback what we are witnessing, if this is going to be a pretty similar scenario just like here, where is this pullback going to end? Is this going to go lower before price again starts hitting an upper direction, or is this going to end somewhere around here and then we are going to see a scenario in this way? For that, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add this simple Fibonacci retracement from this swing low till this swing high, guys, and look at the corrective move here. This corrective move ended exactly after price reaching the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, because you can see here exactly after reaching the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, we found a very strong support. The scenario here were actually making a really nice double bottom type of scenario. You can see we got a rejection from this 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, got a pullback, price tested the 0.5 Fibonacci twice, found support, and then again a new impulsive move followed after that. So what I'm actually trying to show you here is that if this is going to be a pretty similar scenario also with Bitcoin right now, then we are going to look at this from this swing low till this swing high, right? You can see, and look at the price pullback. This corrective wave ended here on the past Bitcoin price action after reaching the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. So if this is going to be the pretty similar scenario right now, what we could be also witnessing is a very supportive area around the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. And you can see yesterday when we had this price pullback, the price also came exactly at this 0.5 here, just like with the previous Bitcoin price action, and found some sort of a support. So now if this support is going to hold the price, I'm actually expecting a pretty similar scenario just like here, just like in the past Bitcoin price action, a double bottom type of scenario to form and then an impulsive move to follow after that. And why is this so important to understand? Because what we can also do here, we can add this potentially forming ascending channel, because right now we cannot say this is an ascending channel. We only have two confirmation here from the upside. So if this trend is going to see some sort of a consolidation, right, you can see consolidation and going to retest the lower line again, just like here from the past Bitcoin price action, then there could be another impulsive move also waiting us ahead, guys. And this is exactly what I'm actually trying to show you, because you can see the upper line here rejected the price twice, and a rejection from this upper line led to a pullback exactly at this lower line area of this ascending channels. We are also witnessing a similar price pullback type of scenario, and now also reaching at the exact 0.5, just like here we are seeing some sort of a support. So if this is going to happen, right, if this is going to find support around this 0.5 and going to see more sort of a consolidation and also reach the lower line of this potentially forming ascending channel, then we could actually expect some impulsive move to follow after that. I'm actually going to show you why I believe that this price pullback here or consolidation around this area is actually not a bad sign, to be honest. Because if you look at this in a smaller time frame, in a 4-hour time frame, you can see here, guys, you know, I have actually talked about this on my previous video. I said, you guys, if you look at this in a smaller time frame, you can see we could be forming a really nice accumulation phase from WYCKOFF, and this is how the WYCKOFF accumulation phase actually looks like. Phase A, phase B, phase C, phase D, and phase E area. And right now where we are finding ourselves is the phase B area. You can see phase B is longer than the other phases here. So in our case, phase B, in phase B, you can see there are going to be a lot of shakeout and fake out type of scenario, because around this phase B area is where the whales accumulate more and more position and also manipulate the market. So we have to be very careful, because if this is going to play out just like here, I mean this double bottom type of scenario, price finding support at this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, also the potentially forming ascending channel, the lower line area, then this accumulation phase could be playing out just like here with this accumulation, what WYCKOFF is actually showing us right now. And if we are going to see rejection from this ST area, so if the price is going to go even lower here, right, even lower than this one, and also not going to find support at this lower line of this ascending channel, then where to look for or what price target to look for. For that, I'm actually going to show you another example here. If you want to help this channel in any way, then feel free to use my ref link here from PHEMEX and also from BYBIT. You can still claim around $200 to $220 bonus that is available in BYBIT if you use my ref link down below. So this here is Bitcoin USD in a daily time frame. And if you monitor this exponential moving averages, this 20 exponential moving average has already rejected the price. In the past Bitcoin price action, the same line acted as a very strong support. You can see here, right? 20 exponential moving average acted as a very strong support. But once we were unable to find support around that, we had a pullback, and this pullback came exactly at the 50 exponential moving average. So since the price here has clearly got a rejection from this 20 exponential moving average, we actually failed to re-enter it. Now the price could be getting gravitated towards this red line, which is the 50 exponential moving average, just like here guys, because you can see rejection from this 20 exponential moving average, price headed towards the 50 exponential moving average. So right now, if you look at this price structure, we are already getting rejection from this 20 exponential moving average. So the price here could be heading towards this 50 exponential moving average, and this 50 exponential moving average is around 42,000 price level. And why this 42,000 to 40,000 is also a very important line if this support is not going to hold the price around this 43,800 price level. Because if we monitor this price movement here, you can see when we had this pullback here, this corrective move, this is the exact area where the 50 exponential moving average is also actually heading. So now we know the previous high, which acted as a resistance, could be acting as a support along with this 50 exponential moving average. And if it's going to go lower, so if this is going to see another pullback, then we know around this area we do have a lot of supportive line which previously acted as resistance. So we know between this 40,000 to 42,000, this is going to be a very strong support if we are going to see a rejection from this WYCKOFF and also rejection from this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level and the lower line of this potentially forming a ascending channel. So in that case, this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement is where we will be heading, and this point Fibonacci retracement level is a golden pocket level. So after that, there could be a pretty impressive bounce here in an upward direction as well. So that is also one thing we have to take into consideration. So if you look at this RSI, you can see RSI is also below 50 level. So below 50 level is a sign of a weakness, right? So now there are some weakness, and we can see that very clearly. Also the MACD is flashing a bearish scenario. So guys, be careful. If this is going to happen, then we are going to see a pullback between this 40,000 to 42,000 price level. So these two lines are our target area if the support line here is not going to hold the price around this 0.5 or this lower line of this potentially forming a ascending channel. So this is what I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin. If you want to monitor the price movement around this area, right, around this area, what we can also do is we can look at this dead cat bounce scenario, which we have already talked on my previous video. I just said you with the previous example, we will be focusing around this 42,000 to 40,000 price level here to the downside. So in that case, according to this dead cat bounce, you can see the price here got a perfect rejection from this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. So in our case, you can see 0.1, this bounce here got a rejection exactly at this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level from this dead cat bounce scenario. So now we are also seeing this pullback type of scenario, because according to this dead cat bounce, after we get a rejection from this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and then a trend continue to the downside, and this is exactly what we are also witnessing. So if this is going to continue, then this 0.4 is going to be between this 40,000 to 42,000 price level, and then a new impulsive move could be forming after that. But to make this happen, price has to break below this 43,880 price level. So this is a very important line to break. So guys, these are some of the scenario I wanted to show you regarding Bitcoin. And now let's also look at Ethereum price action. So guys, now if we look at this price structure of Ether USD starting in a daily time frame, what we can do is we can add again this ascending broadening wedge type of scenario, which is playing out pretty well right now. Because if you monitor the price movement inside this ascending broadening wedge, the upper line rejected the price plenty of time, and whenever we got a proper rejection from the upper line of this ascending broadening wedge, we saw a pullback towards the lower line of this ascending broadening wedge. And you can see here, right, rejection from the upper line, we got a pullback towards this lower line of this ascending broadening wedge, found support, found another impulsive move, rejection from the upper line, again a pullback towards the lower line area. And look at this, right now we got a rejection, you can see we got a pullback, and now exactly after reaching the lower line area, we are seeing some sort of a support, price holding its ground around this 1350 1360 area. So we want to know what exactly could be playing out next if we are going to see any sort of a support at this lower line of this ascending broadening wedge. For that, I'm actually going to show you this ascending broadening wedge example here. This ascending broadening wedge here is actually flashing us that, hey, now since we are reaching the point F area, because if you look at this ABCDEF scenario, this is exactly what we are also witnessing here. You can see here, right? A, B, C, D, E, and now this pullback here, this point F here, just like here in the example. If this is going to play out as an ascending broadening wedge, then we could be seeing some impulsive move on the coming day for Ether. But to happen, we have to find support at this lower line of this ascending broadening wedge. And what I can also do to show you guys, I can add this Fibonacci retracement and show you this pullback what we could be witnessing here, along with this ascending broadening wedge and also this Fibonacci retracement level. You can see exactly after reaching this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level of 1300 yesterday, we did saw some sort of a support at this current stage. So now we know we have this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement as a support, and also this lower line of this ascending broadening wedge that is acting as a support right now for Ether. So if this support is also going to fail, then we know the golden pocket label is around 1130 to 1140 price level. So this area is where we will be looking if it is going to fail to hold this 0.5 level of $1,300. So if this $1,300 and lower line of this ascending broadening wedge is not holding the price, then we are going to look for this golden pocket retracement level of 1130 price level. And if you want to look at it in a bit different way, no problem, we can switch the time frame into 4-hour time frame. So if you look at this Ether USD here in a 4-hour time frame, guys, you can see the price of Ether right now is flashing a very, very interesting scenario, and that is so-called falling wedge. Because if the trend wants to continue here in upper direction, we have to break out of this trend line, because this has rejected the price plenty of time, guys. So now to call this a move here in an upper direction, we have to break out of this upper line of this falling wedge, because this has previously acted as a resistance. Every time we got a rejection from there, we saw more pullback and made a lower low. So now this trend here is flashing that, hey, if we want to continue further in upper direction, then this trend line here, the upper line, must be broken. And if you want to look at this in a bit different way, no problem. What we can do here, we can simply add this descending channel type of scenario, because we know this descending channel, the lower line played as a support here. You can see here, right? So the lower line here acted as a support, upper line acted as a resistance. So now, since we also have a support from the previous example here, which I showed you with the lower line of this ascending broadening wedge, also the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level around 1300 to 1350. So we know we have this falling wedge also here, the lower line of this falling wedge, right? Exactly there. And also this descending channel. So now we know this price level of 1350, 1300 is a very, very strong supportive line. So now it's flashing us that there is a very likely scenario that we are going to find support between this 1300 to 1350 price level. And in that case, if that's going to happen, then as I already said you guys, this trend line must be broken. And if that's going to happen, then we are going to look for some upper price target area. But for now, I'm actually expecting more like a consolidation phase before price starts breaking here in an upper direction. So these are some of the scenario I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin and also price action of Ethereum. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button. Also for those individuals, if you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.